Championship Boxing as it takes center stage in the nation's capital.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Robert F. Kennedy, the home of the Redskins here in Washington, D.C. for the vacant IBF Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, North Philly to be exact, 22 victories, only 1 defeat, 16 by KO, the #1 ranked Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, 1988 Olympic silver medalist with a record of 21-0, 20 by KO, #2 ranked middleweight in the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Fellas, let's go, let's go. All right, gentlemen, we're giving you instructions. God bless, let's rock.
All right.
More respect than he should from
Jones says that Hopkins is the best man he's ever fought.
That's why it's such a great match.
Hopkins with a right hand.
This is me about Roy Jones, as he seldom uses a jab. Hopkins is not jabbing either. There's that big right.
Offensive here in the first round than is normally the case. This to come to him. He's leaping
out of the way of punches before they land a punch.
Round 1 comes to a close.
Both fighters really showed a lot of respect for each other.
61 jabs in the first round, and 2 of them landed. Left hook to the body by Hopkins.
Not if they do it properly, Jim. If in condition and you drive, there's a good right hand.
So far, Roy Jones has not attempted to get to Bernard Hopkins. Doesn't like to fight on the rope. Hopkins' face, as they near the end, middleweight champion ever, would you believe it? Is but maybe he loses some after that right hand by Jones.
To not get hit.
I'm going to point out, like I said, every sign that jab and get out of the way.
Bernard Hopkins, you hear the voice of trainer Bowie, who we'll see in the heavyweight championship bout later on.
Hopkins just came up and butted Jones.
And referee Steve Smoger tells Jones not.
Doesn't seem to be relaxed at all up to this point. The guy has the confidence to really step in there with their punches.
Is not likely to hold the attention of this audience. Jones lands in close quarters. It's the position from which Muhammad Ali used to throw the jab.
Right hand left. Hopkins answers with a right hand.
Come on, Roy. That's it.
No, I really think he's thinking offensively.
At RFK Stadium, because it's key
margins.
Hopkins drives Jones into the rope. A wrestling match here.
Don't punch, don't punch, don't
and you know,
on a single attempted body punch. 2 left hooks. Again drives Jones.
And Hopkins is very, very effective when he moves a guy.
Bernard, the Executioner Hopkins way, early here in the stories. Hopkins has spent 4 years in prison doing hard time for a chain snatching.
By Roy Jones. Right hand, left hook, and there's another difficult to deal with.
Jones with a right hand. Hopkins misses the right hand. Jones into the ropes.
Talent, and his hands are so fast that he makes.
Yeah, unorthodox foot movements in the ring. Now dispensing with the jab and throwing more right hand leads. Coming up, an interview. Tommy Morrison, the heavyweight, to go against George Foreman.
The schoolyard, the way Jones fights.
And Roy Jones with that tremendous talent and quickness of it, and he makes these moves so naturally. He's jumping in, they'll be counting. I'm sure that Hopkins has never been in the ring with a guy like Roy Jones.
Jones lands a left hand in close as Hopkins certainly more powerful blows so far. Gill, he threw a body punch and another couple of.
And 2 more, but you notice, Jim, that as we have seen in the past.
No, but the body right hand, which Jones landed in close. Against the ropes, it is all Hopkins.
A sparring partner.
Hopkins has probably never seen the Jones fights. And I've been around the world. Right now, Hopkins is really pressing Jones.
Time for Bernard Hopkins whenever he gets Roy. Couple of left hooks to the body and one up top.
Put him out, Roy.
Now Now he's back to his conventional stance. Solid punch, but no early knockout. As 5 rounds are in the books, their way past the bell at the end of round 5.
Got to take a fight to him with more than one punch. Pause, lift himself. Give me a little Vaseline here.
He out of 239, but that's 25%. Bet that Jones has the edge in the bout.
Don't try to hit him in the head. Throw him at his chest. At least you're going to hit something and knock him a little bit off balance.
Jones round after 4 rounds without a single such attempt.
Beautiful move that Roy Jones made to escape from. Just unbelievable. Just all natural talent.
Hopkins fighting back in the middle of the ring. And now Hopkins back in the advantageous position. Jones just doesn't have the mechanics.
One thing he should be doing, he should be moving as he did. Nice counter punches, short punches to the head, the Jones flurry to the body. There's Jones throwing.
Right, Hopkins trainer Bowie Fisher, you might want to go back to the ropes as often as possible.
Hit him 5 or 6 shots in the body. Beautiful combination.
Okay, champ, you're looking good.
Fighting for the IBF world title of his career.
One of the 2 fighters really start to establish a left jab. They're both too much. Good left hook by Hopkins.
I suspect that there is some credence to the story that is one of the combinations for which he's
Tries to get out of the way at the same time he's throwing the punch.
He's beginning to duck away from Roy's combinations a little bit now.
And he muscles him back against the ropes. Look how
More effectively off the rope skill.
Move with Jones. Looked like he was trying to walk across the ring.
Takes him apart. Roy Jones.
And make something happen.
Well, he has to hit something if he's throwing punches at his chest. But then you move him with the first punch, and if you move him...
Of staying in a boxing match with Jones, flashiness are bound to earn him some subliminal point.
Hopkins threw a right hand, and Roy Jones, oh, good left hook. I've never seen anybody else been able to do it.
Pace through the first half of the fight.
Hopkins caught Jones coming in.
Another good right.
Another good right hand.
And Jones seems Bernard Hopkins. No warning for a low blow. Jones
Encouraged Hopkins. He's throwing that right hand. There's another right hand. Switching to southpaw. He's really trying to confuse Hopkins now.
And now he stands, and it's an effective left hook. I've expected this fight to go to a 12-round decision. Now almost 2/3 of the way. Left hook puts the finishing touches on round number 8.
Keep giving them angles, make him change.
Something significant. Punches.
And beginning.
Now Jones is starting to stiffen up that left jab.
Comes in. Left
Quick Jones. There he made a mistake. He led with a right. Missed, but he didn't have to pay for the mistake. Body.
If he had used it in the first
Fight, but again, I mentioned a lot of close rounds.
Of course, our unofficial scorer, Harold, let him fight.
Well, it is very difficult. But again, the big brace punch, and Jones is just too quick. Big right hand by Jones.
Becoming more accurate as the fight goes on. About 2 rounds ago, he began in connect percentage.
Jones is starting to breathe, starting to show signs of wear and tear.
It's the ropes. Bernard Hopkins, 3 years older than Roy Jones at 27. Right hand by Jones. Round 9 comes to a close.
Got the win.
Well, I agree that Hopkins needs something.
All of that is by way of saying Hopkins Jones landed nearly half his punch.
Landed a left hook to the body.
He turns southpaw again.
He just let out a whoop, I guess it's a war whoop.
From the ropes effectively. Lands the right hand. That wide winging right hand makes it work, Gil.
Again, we met.
Hopkins have a terrific chin, Gil.
No, I think it's a question of...
Left hand, Hopkins smiles. Usually that means...
Threw a left hook and then ran halfway across the ring. That's natural talent.
Made to Ray Leonard. Leonard, too, musical skills to do unorthodox things in the ring.
There's no Ray Leonard.
Not yet. Dominate these exchanges. Round 10 comes to a close.
Hopkins is right there. Again, it's leap in, one quick punch. Hopkins is just not fighting a good offensive fight. After the fight's over, he's going to be disappointed in this. Get him from me again. I'll say, why? You just had him. That's exactly the situation here.
Hopkins is going to believe that he won't.
Came along instead of trying to set it up.
To ask Hopkins to let his right hand go, and eventually Hopkins stepped away. Right cross, and Bernard once again doesn't move.
And mentioning referee smoking, moves around well, calls the fight.
An East Coast referee when we go out to Las Vegas. Round 11 comes to a close.
I want you keeping him on the end of your punches, but stay busy.
Roy, well, all of us assume Bernard Hopkins needs a knockout.
In championship boxing, the first half of us are in those games, trying to win his hip, the vacant IBF middleweight title.
For a change, he's going to the body first, then back up to the head.
One of them about to become a world champion for the first time.
He can just sit him. It's like cat and mouse. He's fighting a good, solid professional.
Right. Mr. America and Mr. World.
Big heavyweight championship fight upcoming. Attained all of its potential.
That's it, fellas. That's it, fellas.
And tell us who has won the vacant IBF World Middleweight title.
His scorecard shortly.
Larry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. 116 to 112, unanimous decision. Roy Jr.
I thought that Roy Jones clearly won the fight. I had it a little wider than 116, 112.